I know these aren't your ways, but I need my rainy days. Oh, I can't dream with this hot sun gleaming, or bury myself in a blanket or two. I can't go in while the light is streaming. I mean, way inside, many things to do. So many dreams to keep. It gets so quiet when I go real deep. No, my heart's not broken. I'm fine and I'm free. So you can stop asking what is wrong with me. Too damn much color and light, that's all. It numbs me till I call for the beauty in the grace. And I need my rainy days. Oh, I need my rainy days. Thank you. It was written during an actual drought when I was living on Beaver Island. But over the years, it's come to represent almost the opposite of itself, a kind of internal state when I like to call it the something that looks like nothing, at least to everybody else, when they're all kind of looking at you expectantly. All you can say is, well, actually, I'm very busy at the cellular level. So, almost 3 years ago now, I guess. It's been a while, because I passed my 50th anniversary mark of being a performer. I've left that in the dust, And but on that occasion, Mark and I put together a new recording called Reimagining, where I got to pick 11 songs that I recorded over the years and revisit them, like with the voice I have now and different harmonies and different instrumentation. And it was a really interesting project, like fun, but also really poignant and surprising. And for a couple of songs in particular that I just had completely lost track of, they'd gone wandering off, and showed up for the occasion. And this one in particular I'm going to do for you now is one of those. It was a really lovely reunion. And I wrote it maybe 1980 or so, or maybe, no, late 80s, I think, closer to 1990. And I wrote it for a friend, and I thought it was a song about a friend, and it was. And that was that. But I come back to it now, and I realize, yes, it's about friendship, but it's at a whole different level of the friendships that step out of linear time completely, a kind of parallel universe where you can step into with this particular friend, and there's no chronological time. You're just there. It doesn't matter if it's been 30 years. And I see that now as a really sacred space when you have that with somebody. And so that's really what this song is about. So I'm glad I stuck around, and I'm glad the song came back. And I finally had a chance to understand what the heck I was singing back in 1990. That's the really fun part, It's called The Quiet Way. So I'm going to go back to the watery theme here to wind up this first set. As Cynthia mentioned, there are refreshments here at the bar. I have several of my titles out on the table in the hallway, which I hope you decide to peruse. And I'll be back for another set. I hope you all can stick around. You don't have another event to go to. I know there's so much happening in Portland. How anybody even decides to do anything is a miracle to me, you know. I mean, that's one. I decided a long time ago when I was playing at a lot of festivals, music festivals, that I probably would never go to one if I weren't working. Because the one time I did, I just kept looking at the program and going, what, and I ended up falling asleep under a tree. I was so overwhelmed with choices, you know. So thank you for choosing me tonight. So. So, you know, I wrote a lot of things during the thing that we don't like to talk about, and yet I feel like we should. I think there's a lot that we have never processed, and not only bad, but also good, you know? There were so many things that came out of it, and I wish we could really have a meaningful, large cultural discussion about it, but we haven't. And yet, I was very fruitful during that thing, and I wrote a lot of what I call my COVID hits, and because I feel like it is my job to remember. So this one was written during the great toilet paper shortage that we don't like to remember that came out in us. But the thing that really got me is that around that time there started being ads all over Facebook for bidets. In America. It was just amazing. And then right in the middle of that, we were gifted with a bidet. It was a miracle. It was just a miracle. So we installed it, and I went to bed that night. And in the morning, I had this piece, which I'll leave you with. It's become my go-to break. You know, everybody has a break tune. This is my break tune. Bidet-o. Bidet-o, time has come and me got to go now. Bidet-o, bidet, my bidet, my bidet, my bidet, my bidet-o. Time has come and me got to go now. Having a bidet is a pertinent issue. Time has come and me got to go now. Keep me from hoarding too much toilet tissue. Time has come and me got to go now. It will provide some hygienic traction. Time has come and me got to go now. Clean as a whistle after peristaltic action. Time has come and me got to go now. Put my money right in the bank. Time has come and me got to go now. Instead of pumping out my septic tank. Time has come and me got to go now. Bidet-o, bidet-o. Time has come and me got to go now. Bidet-o, bidet, my bidet, my bidet, my bidet, my bidet-o. Time has come and me got to go now. Fancy ones with dryers and multiple sprayers. Time has come and me got to go now. One simple nozzle is the answer to my prayers. Time has come and me got to go now. Hey, Mr. Tallyman, see my usage dwindle. Time has come and me got to go now. Whole paper roll instead of empty spindle. Time has come and me got to go now. 1 spritz, 2 spritz, 3 spritz, 4. Time has come and me got to go now. Rinse off the nozzle and she's ready for more. Time has come and me got to go now. Bidet-o, bidet-o. Time has come and me got to go now. Bidet-o, bidet, my bidet, my bidet, my bidet, my bidet-o. Time has come and me got to go now. Thank you. Thanks for your great singing. Be back in a few. good rock. The backs of Ethel's hands made the teacup fingers of city ladies seem pale as slugs. Dark blue veins were rivers, merging into her torn knuckles full of new scratches and tiny scars. I'd run my eyes along those rough-lined fingers until there they were, those jagged nails, and that dirt beneath. And it left me to wonder about basic hygiene and the pie. Did she really clean those strawberries, or had they gone into the cooking pot with just a little of the dirt left on them too? I'd go home and I'd dream of Ethel's hands, of how life had gross and fertile secrets beyond my mother's house. And I'd wake up queasy like when I'd see earthworms' slimy bodies on the sidewalks after heavy rains. One Sunday visit, Ethel took me out to dig potatoes after a sun shower. Enough of all this chatting, she said. Now's just the best time to stick your hand into the earth, poke around till you find a good-sized one, then loosen it up. Kneeling, she took those mysterious fingers of hers, worked them into the ground, all wet from warm and rain, just to give me the feel for digging. I fell to my knees in my fancy clothes with a sudden thirst for the earth, plunged in my arms alongside Ethel. And right in that moment, when Ethel pulled up out of the dirt, right then, Ethel's hands flew into my soul like the book of Revelation. I knew, all summer, Ethel wore the earth like her Sunday clothes. Thank you. I wrote this song after spending Thanksgiving last year in Provincetown, a somber and solemn place to be on Thanksgiving. And that's where things started percolating, as they do for me when I'm writing a new song. And it took off from there, and I started thinking about, the things that are happening now with the fires, the natural disasters, and the wars, and I feel terrible for the human cost, but I feel so terrible for the earth. I feel so terrible for the land and the trees and the animals, and that's the thing that can really pull me down really deep. And so that's been kind of rolling around in there, and the cost of all that to the planet that we live on. And then I went back to an Earth Day where somebody pointed out that if you start writing the word earth next to each other, it becomes heart. Earth has an H at the end, heart, earth, heart, earth, heart, earth, heart, and almost like a heartbeat. And I was thinking, wow, it's like the heart, there's a heart to this whole planet that's like broken right now or breaking. And maybe one of the reasons that we feel a deep distress is our hearts are like little microcosms of that big heart. And we're feeling it. I mean, we're feeling that at a whole deeper, different level than everything that's going on, all the mashugana stuff that's going on up here. And so that was all going into the hopper at the same time. And the fact that if you read history, this has just happened over and over again. This pendulum swings. Things were better back when things were worse. We like to go there. And out of all that came this song called Poisonous Hearts. Intention keeps going down in me. With the blessing of someone far distant from the places we claim to set free, always took what we wanted, leaving nothing behind but the ashes and the bones and the cries of the buzzards, babies and the buzzards would find. Oh, poisonous hearts, damage done, but damage is past to everyone, broken apart, the world in pain. Do we have the wisdom? Do we have the courage to rise up again, heal this great broken heart? It's a poison that runs the hearts of a few. Oh, it's been there forever. The old stories remind us what we need to do. Some stray, some are driven from the heart of this land, lured by the promise of power for the mere price of lies on demand, and they dance to the war drum, feeling of fear, to the greed of the few who believe that their brutal dominion is clear. Some find their way home again, they recall what it's worth to the rhythm and the call and the beauty of the heart of this earth. Oh, poisonous hearts, damage done, damage is past to everyone, broken apart, the world in pain. Do we have the wisdom? Do we have the courage to rise up again, heal this great broken with love without ceasing, resist where we must, for all creatures in need of a world where it's hatred that's buried in dust, for the heart of this planet beating stronger than greed. We will wash out the poison, and whoever's left, bring your songs, bring your seed. Oh, poisonous hearts, damage done, damage is past to everyone, broken heart, the world in pain. Do we have the wisdom? Do we have the courage to rise up again, heal this great broken heart, this great heart, our broken hearts. So my friend Louisa, who wrote that poem, also wrote an amazing little story called The Wizard's Dream. It was about a young wizard who was given his first really big task in his wizardly life, and it was to like reconcile all the winter celebrations, to bring a mystical meaning to them, you know, with his new young powers, and he was clueless, and didn't know what to do, and finally just got depressed and rolled up into a ball in his cave underneath his Afghan of tufted dragon fur, and but then he had this deep dream. And in the dream, he dreamed all the winter celebrations. And in that dream, they came together, and he finally started to understand what it's all about, what those celebrations are about. the old cycle of moving through darkness back into light again and over again. And we find our way through by keeping the light burning and keeping the embers burning and singing and dancing and keeping each other company and keeping each other hopeful. And and the story has a very happy ending. I'll just leave it at that. But in the part of the dream where he's dreaming about the ancient druids dancing around the Yule fire, she made this beautiful chant. And I wanted to remember the words, so I put this melody to it. So I'm going to teach that to you, and then we're going to move into a song that I wrote on the eve of the 50th anniversary of the March from Selma, after hearing an interview with John Lewis, and coming away from that interview with this clear picture that those brave people that day, they walked across the bridge not once but twice. They started a walk that they were. It wasn't up to them to finish it. That wasn't the deal. That they had the courage to just open it up. You know, he talked about those state troopers on the other side of the bridge. He described them as a sea of blue, and and yet still they walked. And what was clear in what he said and the way he lived his life up to his last breath, he walked right on out. You know, is that it's up to us to continue that walk and till we can all together finally turn that resistance around and walk together toward justice and dignity and equal rights for every human being. And so then the song it just arrived, the chorus of the song. So I'll teach you the chant and then we'll go into the song Still on the Bridge. And it was started out with 50 years, and as of last March it became 60 years, and voting rights are still up for grabs, aren't they? Oh, yeah. So we still got some walking to do. Thank you. A friend of mine was having a bad day recently and said, give me something that makes me feel better, 'cause some kind of quote or something. And interesting, what came to mind was this wonderful Adrienne Rich quote that got passed to me a long, long time ago, which was, my heart is moved by all I cannot save. So much has been destroyed. I must cast my lot with those who age after age perversely and with no extraordinary power reconstitute the world. Well, again, as I gaze upon the demographic here tonight, it occurs to me that maybe you too have been reading about the importance of napping at our age. And to clean that gunk out of our brains. And this is tough news for me to digest, because I have always been a lousy napper. I'm a miserable failure at napping. So then I just get worried, which doesn't, when you try to lie down and try to take a nap and you worry, it's not a good idea. So I thought maybe I'd write a little song for, not just myself, but everybody. So I call this my lullaby for grown-ups. After we've done some marching for a while, it's important that we pace ourselves in the struggle to save democracy. And so we've marched for a while now, and now here's my lullaby for grown-ups. And I just want to tell you, I was awake all night writing it. Slaughtered slumber in a battered bed, take this path around your mind, and at its end sweet rest you'll find. Oh, rest your hands, they shape your day in constant motion through work and play. They hold, they touch, they do their best, so now it's time to let them rest. And rest your feet, they carry you and bear the weight of all you do. Sometimes they swell, sometimes they ache. Those dogs are tired, they need a break. Oh, and rest your eyes, those awesome things, from all their curious wanderings. They've seen so much, oh, the light's so bright, so close them now, turn out the light. And rest your heart, that treasure jewel, it gets so heavy when the world is cruel. Remember, kindness makes things right, inside and out, you'll rest this night. Hum it with me. And all those myriad parts of you could use a snooze, invite them to. The way is clear, the time is right to grant them each some rest tonight. So when you hit the hay tonight and get your parts arranged just right, thank them all with deep delight. Deep breath, a smile, and then sleep tight. Yeah. All right. Now we've had our nap. Now it's time to get the heck out there again. And remember that the only wall we should be working on fortifying right now is the one between church and state. Get your Bible off my body. Get your gun out of my face. Get your fear out of my joy. Your behavior's a disgrace. Well, it's delusion of oppression. It's a dangerous obsession. If you don't stop soon, I'm guessing you might end this human race. That's the chorus for next time. Well, I'm so tired of sanctimony, all your righteous rank baloney, screaming it's all to protect every precious child, while gutting programs that would feed and teach the children now in need. That's why your pusillanimous piety gets me riled. So get your Bible off my body, get your gun out of my face, get your fear out of my joy. Your behavior's a disgrace. Get your fear out of my joy. Your behavior's a disgrace. This delusion of oppression is a dangerous obsession. This delusion of oppression, it's a dangerous obsession. If you don't stop soon, I'm guessing you might end this human race. Now, no one said that you can't pray. Pray me to hell if that's your way. But if I don't want to pray, that's okay too. Let's just let each other be. Keep the dumb out of the free. So freedom's just as good for me as it is for you. So get your Bible off my body. Get your gun out of my face. Get your fear out of my joy. Your behavior's a disgrace. Oh, this delusion of oppression, it's a dangerous obsession. If you don't stop soon, I'm guessing you might end this human race. Your old crusade to take a bow, it didn't work then, it won't work now. You know, a few bad actors just can't fool this crowd. Oh, we are young and we are old, we are woke. We won't be sold. We shall live in love as nature and the Bill of Rights endowed. So get your Bible off my body. Get your gun out of my face. Get your fear out of my joy. Your behavior's a disgrace. With this delusion of oppression, it's a dangerous obsession. If you don't stop soon, I'm guessing you might end this human race. You break the backs of the poor and needy, and you break the banks with greed, and you break the children's hearts with your love of guns. When sweet Jesus said, let's pray, he didn't mean bullets, for heaven's sake. He meant bread and he meant love for each and every one. So get your Bible off my body, get your gun out of my face, get your fear out of my joy. Your behavior's a disgrace. With this delusion of oppression, it's a dangerous obsession. If you don't stop soon, I'm guessing you might end this human race. Well, lay your weapons down unless you want to end this human race. Oh, it's high time you learn the lesson from that song. That old song, you've sung it 1,000,000 times. Really listen to the words, and next time you sing it, okay. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm Thank you so much. That was great singing. Harmony. Great harmony. So we live in these divisive times, and my family moved from Detroit out to this really racist, conservative small town, and I would have been 5 years old, and my oldest brother, 10 years older, so he'd have been 15, going smack into high school and all that peer pressure, and that was the beginning of us growing up in different families together. And time went on, and things became even more digressive. It's just so hard. I've talked to so many people who have a sibling, usually a brother or sister, who grew up in the same house without values of racism and hatred, and go in such different directions. And so it got way worse when my brother became a Fox News devotee, and then it was just like it was impossible to have a conversation. It was like continuous mental aikido, so I would try to keep things neutral, and in would come a soundbite, and I have to go, and our lunches got shorter and shorter, and yet he was like such a kind person and smart and had a big heart, and yet it's so hard to understand. So many of us are scratching our heads on how these people can get caught up into this web of hatred and fear. It's all about fear. So my brother died last August. A year ago this past August, and I was sad that that was still so far, such distance between us. But I wanted to write something about him, and so I came up with this tune, which doesn't have any words, which I think is appropriate given our relationship, and I wanted to honor that tender part of him that I knew was in there. It's always in there. And so everybody called him Chuck, but my mother always called him Charles, so I call this Charles. All right, I'm going to do another song that starts with this chord. We are capable, this species of ours, of such acts of cruelty and vengeance and hatred and and simultaneously such acts of generosity and healing and joy and all going on at the same time. It's like we're always making a choice to go one way or the other with that. It's hard to do them both at the same time, I've found, you know. But, you know, for instance, I was challenged. My basic sense of ethics and honor was challenged some years ago. I was having a very rough time in life and pretty broke and struggling along, and I went and did this gig in Madison, and it gave me a pretty big chunk of money at the end of the night. And I went, wow, I really needed this. And I went back. I was living on Beaver Island at the time, and I got a phone call the next day after I got back. It said, "We made a mistake. You were supposed to take half the money. It was supposed to be a 50-50 split." And I went, oh, no, it was a message. I didn't actually talk to anybody. They left a message. That was it. That was what made it challenging, because I suddenly, this was before, you know, cell phones and computers and everything, emails, and I had a message that I owed some people a big chunk of money, 50% of a big chunk of money, and that I really needed, and I you know, I actually had a few moments of thinking, oh, maybe I'll just pretend I never got that message. And I'm going to be honest with you. You know, who would, you know, they can, I'm on Beaver Island, for God's sakes. They're not going to drive over and get me. And then, but what happened is I remembered the guy who introduced me that night at the concert. It was a fundraiser, you know. That's what made it. So things are getting really stinky here, aren't they? I'm not proud of what I went through at that moment. But what happened was, I remembered this guy who was introducing me, and he was a big fan, and he said, "Claudia Schmidt makes me proud to be a member of the human race." And when I remembered that, I went, I have to send the money back. I was like, I have to send. It was my moment of truth, you know. Which way am I going to go on that so fine line we're always walking in our lives, all through our lives? There's so many times it would be so easy to just go the other way, you know. I saw a thing the other day, apropos of all the defenses of Charlie Kirk recently. It was like, hey, wait a minute. When Mr. Rogers died, no one said, hold on a second. You gotta put his words into context to realize what a really nice guy he was. Oh, yeah. The world is shattered by greed. The undeserving are left in need. Children for sale, whole countries bleed. The land is abused with poison seed. Oh, but human kindness flows unchecked. It makes space for children to feel respect. It sends brave souls into the heart of neglect, where they rebuild places and lives once wrecked. The doctor in the village, the children outside. It's the everyday gestures that turn the tide. The everyday gestures that turn the tide. Sing it with me. It's the everyday gestures that turn the tide. The everyday gestures that turn the tide. Oh, yeah, this life is so hard to make. Too little work, thieves on the take. Your children hungry, so much at stake. It's enough to make anyone's spirit break. Oh, but love survives to the bleakest place. It shines right out from your lover's face, from the friends who hold you in sacred space, for each generous act of healing grace. Just a tender touch in a wakeful night. It's the everyday gestures that make it all right. The everyday gestures that make it all right. It's the everyday gestures that make it all right. The everyday gestures that make it all right. Yeah. Oh. like timely rain, where love compels us to try once again. Well, sometimes it's just a dance in the street or a meal on the doorstep when you come home beat. It's wherever we conquer the mean with the sweet, where compassion enters so that troubles retreat. Ooh, the fierce loving kindness, the hand unfurled, it's the everyday gestures that change the world. The everyday gestures that change the world. It's the everyday gestures that change the world. The everyday gestures that change the world. It's the everyday gestures that change the world. The everyday gestures that change the world. Oh. I'm full of memories tonight. Barb Lusher's here, and for many years, the place I played when I came to Portland was the East Avenue Tavern. Some of you there? I cut some performing teeth there, didn't I? And but I'm not sure I can pull that one out of my you-know-what tonight, but I might have to brush that one off. But going even further back, when I was first playing music in Chicago, the person who kind of welcomed me in and gave me places to play and was like a mentor to me was Bob Gibson. And his daughter is here tonight, and it's like I've been thinking about Bob's just so much since we had a reunion. He's on my mind a lot, and he also played 12-string, which was so that was a really good thing. But just taught me so much about performing. He's somebody that it was like going to school to perform with Bob Gibson, and so that's in my head tonight. Again, those elders that are up there ahead, kind of gently, or maybe sometimes not, but come on, keep moving. It's all in my head tonight to be here, and it's continuity. I feel I've over 50 years now, and I feel like I'm as many different things have happened, it all feels like it's part of the path. And especially when something like this happens, here we are. It's just the path. We just keep going. So I want to wind up with one of my favorite songs to wind up with these days. Words written in the 1800s by a Swiss philosopher named Henri Frédéric Amiel. And they were words that a friend of ours saw. We were taking her around in a chapel near where we live at that time, and she came home and wrote them on the blackboard. We lived in an old schoolhouse that still had all of the original boards in there at different heights for all the different ages of the children. And then she went off on her merry way, and I was left with those words. A language is so important to me, and we need to be aware of it, the way it's used, the way it can get in there like an evil brainworm, and you know what then. So, my God. Don't get me started, she said to herself. Hey, man, if you think Tylenol is bad for children, wait till they find out about guns, right? So when words are true, and I was reading something by Ursula Le Guin today. I can't remember exactly how it went. It started out with a quote from Socrates, who was warning about language, if it's used with evil intent, can rot the soul, basically, and versus language that heals and enlightens. And these words definitely do that. When the music came to me, it came in like a madrigal, and I was sitting by myself. And some of you music people out there, you can't sing a madrigal by yourself. So I called Sally right away. We only lived in less than 2 miles apart at that point, and I said, "Come over here quick before I hurt myself." And so she came right over, and we figured it out and ended up recording it on Slow, Steady, Hard. And so I'm going to sing it for you now and kind of line out more or less what the madrigal parts are, and then we will reproduce it in some inspired fashion. The dear friends we know that life is short and we do not have much time, much time, much time, much time, much time, much time to gladden the hearts of those who travel with us. We sing that all together. Of those who travel with us. So be swift to love, to love. So be swift to love, to love. Make haste to be kind. All together. Make haste to be kind. That's how it goes. Let's try it. Dear friends, we know that life is short and we do not have much time. Much time, much time to gladden the heart of those who travel with us. So be swift to love, so be swift to love. Make haste to be kind. Oh, that's fabulous. Let's do it again and wrap it up. Dear friends, we know that life is short and we do not have much time, much time, much time to gladden the hearts of those who travel with us. Yes. So be swift to love, so be swift to love. Make haste to be kind. So be swift to love, so be swift to love. Make haste to be kind. So be swift to love, so be swift to love. Make haste to be kind. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming. Thanks to Lee and Cynthia and Hester and my dear Mark for doing the sound tonight, and yourselves for coming. Thank you. Thank you. You sound like a bunch of wild animals.